Hello again. Though if this is your first time with us, welcome to the Canting Club. This week's wine is a red from cool climate Margaret River on the coast in Western Australia. It's made by the wonderfully named Deep Woods Winery. Proper fairy tale name. Imagine asking directions. Deep Woods? No worries, mate. Left at the gingerbread cottage and it's just before you reach the Gruffalo's cave. Good day. Anyway, this one is called Shiraz et al. As the name suggests, it's 80% Shiraz, and that's combined with 15% of Malbec and just 5% of Grenache. It's the Malbec that's really unusual here, a Bordeaux grape, not generally seen in a blend of Rhône varieties like this. Got a great colour, a really deep crimson, still showing some purple around the rim, despite this wine being nearly 4 years old, because it's a Southern Hemisphere 2014. Lovely, really fine nose. Fresh and floral and herby. Rose petals and lots of spices, white pepper and aniseed, and they're overlaying black and red fruits. We've got blackberry, which is very typical of Shiraz, and plum too. And also something redder and very ripe, like raspberry fruit pastels, definitely. I love the way this combines deep, ripe fruits with much fresher smelling spices and herbs. Very subtle oak, almost undetectable, just a little hint of smoke. Really classy nose. Oh gosh, yeah, that's fully dry with very fresh cherryish acidity. I can feel my mouth water. It's not much more than medium bodied, and that's despite the 14.5% alcohol. It does though have lots of peppery spice, which is partly down to that alcohol, and that is seasoning some lovely plum and blackberry fruit. There's a little hint of something deeper and more purple about the fruit. Blueberries, I think. And I reckon that's down to the Malbec component in the blend. Plenty of tannins here, but they're soft and round, even fleshy. And though they're very persistent, they're not at all astringent. You can taste them on the finish though as a touch of bitterness. Very spicy finish. Also very dry and not as warm as I was expecting from the alcohol level. Though this wine is beautifully balanced, it is definitely balanced for food. It reminds me a lot, actually, of the last Western Australian red we tasted, the Apostrophe Possessive by Larry Cherubino. That was a cool climate blend, well, at least by Australian standards, based on Shiraz. And just like this, it was 14.5%, but tasted much lighter than that. And it didn't taste of oak, even though, neither does this, even though both the wines have been barrel aged. And both are firmly focused on food. This one, I think, is a bit richer and fruitier, and again, I reckon that's down to the Malbec in the blend. Margaret River is renowned for producing elegant, aged-worthy, often Bordeaux-inspired reds that have more restraint than the big blockbuster Australian norm. I think this wine illustrates that beautifully, despite being based on Shiraz rather than Cabernet. It's certainly superbly food-friendly. So, if you get invited for tea with a Gruffalo, you should bring along a bottle of dark, deep woods. Cheers!